Now, I'm not trying to make any excuses, but keep in mind that we did have 11 players out tonight. Also, how do you guys feel about Blake Baker's performance on the defense? Let me know what you guys think, because, I mean, giving up 41 points to any team when Miami's trying to dominate and, make it into the ACC championship and be a big factor and a contender, giving up that much points to a team that I'm sure that a Notre Dame or Clemson would not, it don't feel good. Let me know how y'all feel about Blake Baker's performance. Let me know how y'all feel about the defense. Is it just this game, or is it something that you guys been seeing over time, digressing, downgrading, whatever you want to call it? Let me know. Now, if you want your picture back here, like you can see my boy Nick, then send me a picture. I will put an email in the description and in the comment section. So if you want to see yourself here with your Miami Hurricane gear on, or your Miami Hurricane accessories and all that good stuff, send a picture. The email will be in the comment section and in the description. Hammer game! Cause we always hit the nail on the head. Check this out, my Miami Hurricane fans. Last night, Friday night, coming off of a bye week, Miami takes the victory 44-41. Now, at one point, Miami was down by 10 points in this game. If you know the spread, Miami was a 10-point favorite to win this game. And to be brutally honest, we could have won this game by 10 points, given that, NC State doesn't go back and score. But thanks to the quick thinking of D'Eriq King, because he could have literally walked into the end zone for a touchdown to make it more appeasable score for Miami. But in the end, 2 minutes to go, Miami takes a couple knee here and there and walks out of North Carolina State with a victory. Now, stat-wise, D'Eriq King had a great night, and I'm going to show you just exactly how. I'm talking 31 for 41, 430 yards, averaging 10 and a half yards of pass. Quarterback rating, 91.7. He had a great night. Did I mention 5 touchdowns? He threw 5 touchdowns. Now, NC State quarterback, transferred from Florida State. He didn't have a terrible night. The dude went 19 for 28, 248 yards, averaging almost 9 yards a pass, 2 touchdowns, and a late interception to DJ Ivy towards the end of the fourth quarter. Now, let's talk about rushing yards. I did say that Miami could put up some rushing yards in this game as long as, the O-line is looking good and, the running backs get it going. Well, Miami put up 189 yards rushing. Now, I must tell you that 105 of those yards belong to D'Eriq King off of 15 carries. Now, Cameron Harris also had 15 carries for basically 62 yards, averaging 4 yards a carry. King averaging 7 yards a carry. King had a long run for 42 yards, and Cameron's biggest run of the night was for 17. Don Chaney contributed three carries for 14 yards, averaging around 4.5 yards. He also had a big run for 12 yards. And Jalen Knight, 5 for 13, averaging about 2.5 yards. And, he had a 5-yard run. We also allowed 131-yard rushing. That's to their, 2 running backs. Zonovan Knight, 13 for 45. He also had a rushing touchdown. And then you had Ricky Person. He also had 12 carries for 79 yards and a 40-yard run. Crazy, man. Now, the receivers, man. The receivers put on a show last night. whether it's D. Wiggins, whether it's Mike Harley, whether it's Mark Pope, even on Will Mallory, the tight end, they put on a show last night. As you know, last week, Mike Harley had a tremendous game, 10 for 170. Well, he almost had a similar night tonight. He had 8 catches for 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, and he also had a big catch for 54 yards. Mike Harley was on point, man. Well, following right behind him, you got Mark Pope with 6 catches, 97 yards. Almost cracked that 100. Almost had 2 receivers in the 100. And he also had a touchdown. Biggest play was for 39 yards. And then following right behind him, also with 6 catches, Will Mallory, 78 yards and a touchdown. As you know, Will Mallory had the first touchdown of the game. Seems like he's been getting the first touchdown of the games lately. And not to forget D. Wiggins also with 7 catches, 77 yards, and a touchdown. He also had a big catch for 39 yards. The big plays was there last night. The offense was clicking. Now, NC State also had a good amount of yardage passing and 20 catches for 279 yards. A lot of us, think we gave up too much to them, but in total yardage, they had around almost 400. So not too bad, but points-wise, we gave up way too many points to them. Now, special teams played well, but giving up a touchdown on a kickoff return is something that we haven't seen on Miami in a while, but NC State got it done. Congratulations to NC State on that. But moving forward, Miami, we got to be the ones, taking kickoffs back, because I can't tell you the last time I remember Miami taking the kickoff back, to be honest with you. Now, on the defense, tackle-wise, Jalen Phillip had a hell of a night. 3 solos, 10 total altogether, and 1 sack on the night, which is crazy because we only had 2 sacks on the night as a total. That's crazy. Blake Baker, what is going on? Seriously, we need more sacks. I'm sorry, man. We got to put more pressure on the quarterback. We got to start getting some negative plays on some of these quarterbacks. They have too much time in that pocket to roll out or to throw the pass down the middle or even down the field. We got to get more pressure on the quarterback. We got to stop all that extra time they have. Like, seriously. Now, with that victory, Miami will have to move on to the next game, which is also an away game versus Virginia Tech. The Hokies, we will go to play the Hokies in their hometown, in their stadium, and hopefully we can get a victory and keep it moving, because right now we're sitting at 6-1. We still got hopes for the ACC championship, and fortunate for us, Clemson and Notre Dame play each other today, so we'll see how that goes. Hopefully Clemson can beat Notre Dame by a ton of points, blow them out completely, try to knock them completely out the top 10. And that's pretty much it.